Pakistan cricket fans rejoice. After 20 years against Australia, finally, the Pakistan cricket team have won an ODI series against Australia. Forget 20 years. In Asia, in a three-match series, Pakistan have won a series against Australia after 40 years. 1982 was the last time Pakistan had beaten Australia in a bilateral series in Pakistan, or in Asia if you have to look at it. They had beaten Australia 1-0 in a series in 1988, but that was just one ODI. Pakistan, yet again, the brilliance of Babar Azam and Imam-ul-Haq gave them a 9-wicket win in the third and final ODI in Lahore. And because of that, Pakistan have registered a come-from-behind victory and won it 2-1. This is a big boost to Pakistan after the loss in the test series. They had lost 1-0 in the final test in Lahore. They had even lost the first ODI against Australia, but the brilliance of Babar Azam. In the second ODI, he had hit a century, and Pakistan had achieved their highest successful ODI run chase ever. In this game, Shaheen Afridi's twin strikes, especially getting rid of Aaron Finch, and a combined effort by the Pakistan bowlers restricted Australia to just over 210. Babar Azam and Imam-ul-Haq have been the stars in Pakistan's chases so far, and yet again, it was those two at it. Imam, 89 not out, but Babar, second consecutive century. And Pakistan winning an ODI series against Australia in Asia or in Pakistan after 40 years. 20 years ago, Pakistan had beaten Australia 2-1 in a three-match series in Australia. But since then, it has been a series of whitewashes for the Pakistan cricket team against Australia. In 2009, they had lost final. In 2017, 1-4. Just before the World Cup, there was an ODI series in the UAE. They lost 5-0. In subsequent series in the UAE, they had lost 3-2 in 2009 and in 2012. So this win means a lot for Pakistan. And it's kind of a redemption story for Babar Azam, because in the first ODI, he was criticized for not picking up the pace. But we have to again credit one individual who has gone under the shadow of Babar's brilliance. That is Imam-ul-Haq. Imam-ul-Haq scored 2 centuries in the first and second ODI, and here he's followed up with 89. He could have matched Quinton de Kock's feat of 3 consecutive centuries in one series, but that has not happened. But Pakistan will not mind that much, because this 9-wicket win in Lahore comes at a time when some questions have been raised whether Babar and Mohammad Rizwan could play that attacking role in a big chase. But here, in a target of 211, that did not look the case at all. Right from the first ball, Pakistan were the more aggressive team, and they wanted this win a lot more. With this, Pakistan continue their great run, and they will be hoping to end the series with that one-off T20I that will be played on April 5. For Australia, they are missing their key players. Steve Smith was out before the series due to an injury. Mitchell Marsh was ruled out of a side strain, but he will be coming to the IPL. David Warner had anyway ruled himself out. There was no Josh Hazlewood. There was no Mitchell Starc. But the Australian side, with not much of resources, even you may say the bowling stocks were not up to the mark, but they still put up a fight. Yes, they were blown out of the water in the third ODI in Lahore, but in the second ODI, they could not capitalize on the chances, and they met a possessed Babar Azam who just took the game away. In the first ODI, Adam Zampa was the key as he took 4 wickets, but in the next 2 ODIs, Pakistan managed to find a way to neutralize Adam Zampa. And that is the reason that Pakistan have come out victors. For Australia, this is their first series loss in quite a long time. The last series loss that they had, ODIs if I have to look at it, was a couple of years ago, because they had beaten England in England 2-1 in the ODI series. They had even beaten India at home 2-1 in the games in Sydney and Canberra. Here in Pakistan, they could have achieved the feat of 1998, but here they fell short. So after 40 years in a 3-match series, Australia have lost to Pakistan 3-0. On the other hand, without their star players, Australia did put up a fight, but whether this will play a big impact in the ICC World ODI Champions League, we have to figure that out. The league table might be a different look altogether now, because Bangladesh have been doing so well. Bangladesh beat South Africa and they're actually on top of the ODI World League at this point in time. So, yes, it's a great day for Pakistani cricket supporters because it's historic. 2 decades since they last beat Australia in a bilateral series. But even much more shockingly, 4 decades back, they had beaten Australia in a home series. That is the thing. Galaxy Warriors saying Aaron Finch will step down as Australia ODI captain. Well, you're not wrong, Galaxy Warriors, because Aaron Finch has really looked out of sort in ODIs recently. I mean, even in the T20 World Cup, because he was the captain, he did decently with the bat in a couple of games. But in the crucial matches, he failed. He failed in the semi-final against Pakistan. Similar recovery. Pat Cummins, Aaron Finch, Shaheen Afridi. Shaheen Afridi got a ball to nip back in at pace. Finch playing across the line and just getting trapped plumb LBW. Another suggestion is coming that Pat Cummins could take over as the ODI captain. A bowler taking control in all 3 formats for Australia, that seems a little bit difficult. Finch should captain T20 only. I agree. He should only be the T20 captain. But as far as the ODI captaincy is concerned, maybe Cricket Australia should bend its rules and get in either David Warner or Steve Smith because Smith's ban from captaincy ended in 2020. But Warner has been banned from leadership roles for life. If Cricket Australia can perhaps make that slight amendment, then maybe we can see him back as the captain. But I don't see that happening. Now, who will be the limited overs captain? Maybe Glenn Maxwell. We don't know whether Glenn Maxwell will be one of the contenders for the ODI captaincy bid. He is captaincy material. Arman Sheikh is raising the thing. Yes, it is a great day for Pakistan cricket supporters as well because you need a strong Pakistan to put on a fight. They are volatile. You just don't know which Pakistan will turn up, a schoolboy Pakistan cricket team or a world-beating Pakistan cricket team. That's what makes them very alluring. Smith will not be given captaincy again because of Sandpaper Gate. Yes. Point taken. Smith might not be given captaincy of the Australia team because of what happened in 2018 in Newlands. But the captaincy ban is over. If not Smith, then I would probably say Glenn Maxwell might be the ideal candidate to take Australia forward. So, Pat Cummins, because of Ashes' success, again, a bowler. See, Australia in their 65-year history, the last pace bowler out and out to captain Australia was Ray Lindwall, but he just did it for a couple of tests. Just one test, if my memory serves me right. It was India Brabon, 1956. Cummins taking over full-time test captaincy in addition to ODI captaincy. How much of a burden will that be on his fitness, on his planning, on his bowling? We don't know. Utkarsh Madan saying, to which 20-year record has been broken? Yes, Utkarsh. Pakistan have finally managed to win an ODI bilateral series against Australia after 20 years. They last won it in 2002 in Australia. Shoaib Akhtar was the man of the series and he helped them win that series 2-1. I have more comments here. Pat Cummins should be given captaincy, says Shubham Ganguly. I feel he's a great bowler and a leader among the pack. Yes. Whatever Pat Cummins is doing nowadays, it's turning to gold. You cannot ignore that fact. Yes, Cummins is a brilliant leader, a brilliant bowler, on course to becoming one of the all-time greats. But how much of a burden can 2 captaincy formats take? Remember, Australia were the first team to have different captains for different formats. So that is why Shadab and Babar fan is saying Babar 100, yes. I think we can safely say that we can dispel the notion of the Fab 4. I think it should be the Fab 5. Babar in the last couple of years has been simply sensational. And I think luckily now, Pakistan's current crop, you have Rizwan, you have Imam, you have even Babar, those top 3. You have 3 genuinely gifted match winners from Pakistan and that's a great sign. I don't think Cummins should be given ODI captain. He should miss some white ball games to play all tests. Utkarsh, yes, again, the rotation policy. We don't know how much can you rotate a player. Because again, it's all momentum. It depends on planning. Test match captaincy is totally different from ODI captaincy. So we don't know how that will be. But yes, Australia missing some stars. But that does not diminish the greatness with which Pakistan has achieved this feat. You still had to beat them. They're still trailing 0-1, but they beat them 2-1. Australia, wait, I just missed that. Australia needs a leader. Lots of love from Pakistan. Thank you, Shadab and Babar fan. Yes, it's a great day for you guys. They had banned the vuvuzelas and the air horns at Lahore Gaddafi Stadium, but I'm sure Lahore will be painted green today because it's indeed a great day. Pakistan's current team looks scary. Rizwan. Wait, I have to check that comment again. Pakistan's current team looks scary. Rizwan, Babar, and Shaheen as their players. They also have experienced players and youngsters to a great team overall. Of course, this current team is really, really great. Include Shadab Khan, the leg spinner in the mix. Haris Rauf, who's been doing superbly in the Big Bash League. Shaheen is on course to become a bona fide great, provided his fitness and consistency holds. The key factor for Pakistan have always been blessed with great bowlers, but this time their batting is indeed sensational. Rizwan, Babar, you've got the deal. And you've also got Imam who's performing. What do you think about the Galaxy Warriors? Your thoughts about Super Series between Ind, Pak, Oz, Ing? Very interesting concept. Yes, I would love to see India, Pakistan, England, Australia all play together in a quadrangular. Remember, in such a cramped calendar, we see very few tri-series and quadrangular series. In the 90s, yes, we 90s cricket fans would see Sharjah be in the center where we would have quadrangulars, triangulars, but in a cramped calendar, can you really have that? And will India be so open to playing Pakistan in a series apart from the ICC main events? I really don't know. Utkarsh Madhan Singh, can they give it to Smith again? Yes. The captaincy ban is over. In the past, when Tim Paine was captaining, Smith was being accused of white-anting him. White-anting him means that he's the captain on the field, Tim Paine, but Smith is giving all the directions. So maybe NZ Oz in series in 2003-2004 in India, again, there was no IPL at that time. IPL takes up 2 months of your calendar. Apart from it, you've got the World Test Championship cycles. You've got an ODI World League cycle also now. Where will be the time for quadrangulars and how will the point system be played? That is going to be very important. So, great day for Pakistan fans. 9-wicket win. 20 years of a drought has been broken. But more importantly, at home in a 3-match series, first time after 40 years. And in 1988, they did play one game, but that was a one-off. So yes, can technically count it as a win, but no. So, great day, Pakistan fans. Congratulations on an epic win against Australia. And in the one-off T20, they may want to sign off with a bigger win. This is Siddharth Vishwanathan. Follow Sports Today for all live. Arman Sheikh, views on Hardik bowling. That I will tell it in the IPL live when this Gujarat Titans versus Delhi match is about to end. Galaxy Warriors, I think about playing tri-series before World Cup again. Fitness. And whether the focus will be on that. You may not have all the players playing. It's a very, very tricky situation when you have to balance the schedule, fitness, and big tournament focus. Thank you folks for joining us for this wonderful live and great day for Pakistan cricket. I am Siddharth Vishwanathan. Follow Sports Today for the latest live breaking updates. Focus on the IPL and India and Australia, Pakistan. And tomorrow is the Women's World Cup final as well. So stay tuned for that live. We will be there. Like, share, subscribe, and follow AajTak as well. Thank you.